pretended to be somebody that I thought you guys wanted me to be, until I realized who I really am. A new era begins here, and this is my time. I am the Sven D. Every single time I see that trailer, it brings tears to my eyes knowing that something that amazing is going to be made available to the public later this year. What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Sven D, and today we are playing some Medal of Honor. Yes, indeed. You know, even though this game had a very short lifespan, it's still played today, but the number of people that still play it on a regular basis is very low. I mean, there's more people that be playing World at War. But, yeah, we're playing Medal of Honor. The game mode is Combat Mission. For those of you that don't know, Combat Mission is similar to a mode in Bad Company 2 called Rush. And if you guys may not have any clue about either of these modes because you've never played Medal of Honor or Bad Company at all, basically how it breaks down is this. You have a set line of objectives. Say you have 5 objectives in a map, right? At each objective you have a certain number of players, of soldiers so to say, to complete that objective. So like right here, this team that's on the offensive, they have 75 lives, I guess would be the best way to put it. They have 75 lives to go and detonate this barricade in the middle of the road. If we kill them 75 times before they do it, we automatically win. But if they get that first objective before the number of soldiers they have runs out, then they get to kind of replenish their little squad. They, their number of lives resets and they move on to the next objective. So that's what that is. I know some of you guys might be wondering, why was a Battlefield 3 trailer at the beginning, and why are you playing that with Medal of Honor as opposed to Bad Company 2? And there are a lot of reasons. For one, Medal of Honor and Battlefield 3 they both have the same multiplayer developer. The same developer that developed Bad Company 2. For those of you that don't know, the developer DICE, that developed the multiplayer for Bad Company 2, did do the Medal of Honor multiplayer as well. And even bigger than that, the big reason why I didn't do Bad Company 2 gameplay to this is because Medal of Honor and Battlefield 3 both have a big characteristic in common, and that is that they both use the Frostbite engine. Medal of Honor used Frostbite 1.0, Battlefield 3 is going to use Frostbite 2.0. So the reason I played this is with the similarities in the engine, and by, from being developed by the same developer, I figured that it would be a good commentary to kind of show you some similarities that you could expect in Battlefield 3. So, let's get this thing kicking off. Medal of Honor will give you an idea of what to expect in some ways, and it will, there are definitely going to be a lot of differences at the same time, though. And look at me just pulling that dude with a pistol. First things first, I've never heard anybody down the graphics or the sound design for this game. Now, the graphics are, it really doesn't get any better than this. I haven't seen a video game, a first-person shooter with dedicated servers that have graphics as good as Medal of Honor. If you disagree and you have a game that you think's better, please tell me. Please, because it would just blow my mind if it gets any better looking than this. Second off, something that you really don't hear people talk about in gameplay commentaries when maybe, comparing two games, is the sound design. Alright? Basically, all the noise, all the stuff that's going on around you that you can hear. And this game is the best. I was watching a commentary from Beastradamus about it, and he went into the sound design of Medal of Honor. and it is top notch. You really don't get any better than this. If you have a pair of Turtle Beach PX21s or Triton AX180s or any kind of good quality headset, or you just playing surround sound, this game is going to blow your mind. You'll probably be ducking and dodging bullets thinking they're coming through your front window, for God's sakes. It's amazing. And I mean, that's really the only way to put it. Now, the graphics are going to be similar, but the Frostbite Engine 2.0 is going to make things look a lot better at the same time. And you know, to say that you can really improve a lot on the graphics for Medal of Honor is saying something. The lighting is going to be different, just the overall layout on how, you know, shadow mapping, really everything from top to bottom is going to be completely different. It's almost going to look real life. As realistic as you can get it with what technology we have available to us right now. The screen layout too, if you pay attention to the trailer at the beginning, you're going to see some similarities. I know that the UAV map is going to be in the bottom left hand corner as opposed to the top, but just the overall look of the bullet counter and stuff like that is going to be the same. Now, the vehicles are something that there is going to be a big change in from Medal of Honor to Battlefield 3, because Medal of Honor, you know, from being developed by DICE, I thought they were going to have a lot of vehicles. And they really only had tanks, to be honest with you. I mean, that was pretty much it. Battlefield Bad Company 2, you had helicopters, tanks, Hummers, four-wheelers, everything. If you could drive it, it was going to be in the game. But, you know, Medal of Honor kind of took some of that out. But Battlefield 3 is taking it to a whole nother level. A whole nother level entirely. Listen to this. In Battlefield 3, you are actually going to be able to pilot a Harrier. It's not going to be like the kill streaks of Modern Warfare 2 where, you know, you pull up a little computer and place it where you want it to go. You are going to be able to hop into a Harrier and pilot it until it gets shot down. Now, if you guys played Bad Company 2 and you know how much fun it is to drive an Apache helicopter, to pilot an Apache helicopter, I'm sure you're pretty damn excited, just as I am, about having a Harrier, an actual fighter jet, implemented into the multiplayer that's more than just a kill streak that you call in. So that's one thing that I'm really excited for. Another thing that Medal of Honor lacked, that Bad Company 2 had, was Destructible Environments. Battlefield 3's Destructible Environments are going to make Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Medal of Honor look like Call of Duty. In terms of Destructible Environments, it is going to be unreal. They have this set up so if an enemy's hiding behind a wall and you're shooting at the enemy, it's not going to be like COD where you shoot a bullet and it goes through 18 houses and underground and back up. It's really, if you're shooting at a wall or a rock, you're going to be able to chip away at it just as it would be in real life. So that's one thing that I'm also really excited for. The feel of the gun. Obviously, I haven't played Battlefield 3, so I can't say, but it looks pretty similar in a couple of different ways. It looks like, you know, as far as how the kicks on the gun is, the recoil, I mean, as far as that, how the gun bounces around, the bullet drop, I'm sure that, you know, you're going to see some similarities in that aspect. And I just think the overall realism of the game is just going to be phenomenal. Because Medal of Honor really did give you a very realistic feeling to it, and I think Battlefield 3 is just going to take that and elevate it up another notch. But overall, one last thing that I wanted to add to that you can't do in Bad Company 2 or Medal of Honor is lay prone. I think that a lot of people thought that that was a good aspect to it, but they are bringing that back in Battlefield 3, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm excited. But, you know, let me know what you guys think. If you guys have anything to add, definitely leave a comment in the comment section below. And I think we're going to get this wrapping up, guys. Finished 15-2. They didn't even get past the roadblock. Yeah. But until next time, it's your boy Sven D, and I will catch y'all later. Peace.